Welcome back to Wild Mysteries Explained, a place where the wild hides secrets science can't fully explain. Nature is the greatest artist on Earth. Over millions of years, wind, water, volcanic forces, and time itself have sculpted landscapes so strange and fascinating that they appear almost alive. Across the world, there are massive rock formations that look exactly like animals: whales, crocodiles, horses, monkeys, seals, dolphins, rhinos, and even giant serpents. But these are not statues made by humans. They are entirely natural. Some stand alone in oceans, some rise from deserts, and others stretch across entire rivers and mountains. Scientists explain them through geology and erosion, while local cultures often surround them with legends, myths, and spiritual meanings. In this documentary, we will explore 8 of the most mysterious animal-shaped natural formations on Earth. Each location tells a story, not just of rocks, but of time, imagination, and the deep connection between nature and human belief. Let us begin our journey across continents to uncover these incredible wonders. Our first stop is Heatsirk, or Whale Rock, on the northern coast of Iceland. It's one of the most photographed natural formations in the country. Rising dramatically from the shallow waters of the Atlantic Ocean, this massive basalt structure looks exactly like a giant whale drinking water from the sea. Geologically, the rock was formed by volcanic activity millions of years ago. Iceland sits on the mid-Atlantic ridge, one of the most active volcanic regions in the world. Over time, ocean waves relentlessly crashed against the basalt cliffs, eroding weaker layers and leaving behind its strange yet powerful shape. From a distance, the formation appears almost alive. At high tide, waves surround it like a moving creature, while seabirds rest on its surface, giving the illusion of motion. Local folklore tells a different story. It was believed to be a petrified troll, turned into stone by sunlight after failing to return to its home before dawn. Scientifically, it stands as a perfect example of coastal erosion. The rock is now reinforced with concrete at its base to slow this process, showing how fragile even massive stone structures can be against nature's forces. Whale Rock is not just a visual wonder, it represents Iceland's raw geological power and the thin line between myth and science. Next, we travel to the deserts of Egypt near the Nile region, where a massive sandstone formation is often called Crocodile Rock. Its elongated body, raised head, and rough texture closely resembles a giant crocodile resting along the ancient riverbanks. This area was once submerged underwater millions of years ago. Geological evidence shows that sediment layers were deposited when rivers and seas covered the land. Over eons, wind erosion, a patient and powerful sculptor, shaped the soft sandstone into this animal-like structure. Ancient Egyptians deeply respected crocodiles, especially due to their association with the Nile. Crocodiles symbolized power, danger, and protection. Some historians believe that such natural formations strengthened religious symbolism in ancient times, reinforcing beliefs in divine creatures and gods like Sobek, the crocodile god. Today, Crocodile Rock stands as a silent guardian of history. Unlike the carved monuments of the pharaohs, it was shaped entirely by nature. The harsh desert winds continue to refine its features, slowly changing its appearance year after year. This formation reminds us that Egypt's wonders are not limited to pyramids. Nature itself carved monuments long before humans arrived. From the desert sands, we journey to the rugged coastline of New South Wales, Australia, to witness the famous Horsehead Rock. This dramatic formation perfectly resembles the head of a horse emerging from the ocean, complete with a defined jawline, nose, and mane-like curves. Horsehead rock was formed through the erosion of sedimentary rock layers. The relentless pounding of wind and waves wore away the softer material, while harder layers remained, creating this precise and recognizable shape. The rock has become a symbol of Australia's wild coastline. Photographers often visit at sunrise or sunset, when the low-angle light and long shadows enhance the horse-like appearance, making it look almost mythical as it drinks from the sea. From a cultural perspective, horses represent strength and freedom. While no ancient myths surround this particular rock, modern visitors often feel a deep emotional connection to its powerful form. Scientifically, it demonstrates how selective erosion can create incredibly detailed shapes without any human intervention. But it's a fleeting masterpiece. One day, like all natural formations, Horsehead Rock will collapse back into the sea, a temporary work of art by nature. Now let's venture into the towering sandstone pillars of Zhangjiajie, China, the very landscape that inspired the floating mountains in the movie Avatar. Here we find Monkey Face Rock, one of the most imaginative natural formations in Asia. Its surface clearly resembles the face of a monkey, complete with a defined brow ridge, eyes, nose, and mouth, as if it's looking out over the misty valleys. Zhangjiajie is famous for its thousands of vertical rock columns formed over 300 million years ago. These pillars were once part of a massive plateau, but water erosion, expanding ice in winter, and even the roots of plants worked together to carve these dramatic, gravity-defying shapes. In Chinese culture, monkeys hold significant symbolic importance, often associated with intelligence, mischief, and mythological heroes like the Monkey King, Sun Wukong. Many locals believe the rock carries a spiritual energy and can bring good fortune to those who see it. This formation shows how human perception plays a powerful role in interpreting nature. The shape is geologically accidental, of course, but our brains are wired to recognize faces in random patterns, a fascinating phenomenon known as pareidolia. Monkey Face Rock beautifully blends geology, psychology, and culture into a single, breathtaking visual wonder. Back in the United States, along the scenic Pacific coastline, we find Seal Rock. This formation looks exactly like a massive seal resting on the coastal cliffs. The rounded body and head shape make it instantly recognizable to anyone who passes by. This formation was created by relentless ocean erosion acting on volcanic rock, slowly chipping away at the coastline until this lifelike figure emerged. What adds to the magic is that real seals often gather on the rocks nearby, basking in the sun. This can easily confuse first-time visitors, blurring the line between living creatures and the stone that mimics them. For the native tribes who have lived on this land for centuries, such formations were often viewed as spirit animals, powerful guardians watching over the land and sea. Even today, Seal Rock is considered a symbol of the harmony between wildlife and geology, a quiet testament to the interconnectedness of all things. It stands as a beautiful reminder that nature often mirrors life in the most unexpected and delightful ways. From the Pacific, we cross the globe to the crystal-clear waters of the Aegean. Off the coast of a Greek island, Dolphin Rock rises from the sea. Its curved body and pointed snout closely resemble a dolphin in mid-leap, forever frozen in a moment of playful grace. Dolphins were sacred in ancient Greek mythology, often seen as messengers of the gods and protectors of sailors lost at sea. It's easy to imagine how a natural formation like this would have strengthened such beliefs, seen as a divine sign of safety and guidance. Formed by the slow erosion of limestone, dolphin rock perfectly reflects the gentle yet powerful forces of the Mediterranean Sea that shaped it over thousands of years. Next, we travel to the African continent, to the ancient Matobo Hills of Zimbabwe. Within this stunning landscape of granite outcrops lies Rhino Rock, a formation shaped uncannily like a resting rhinoceros. These hills are home to some of the oldest rock formations on Earth, over 2 billion years old. The unique shapes here weren't carved by harsh waves or wind, but by slow chemical weathering. Rainwater, slightly acidic, gradually dissolved the granite over millions of years, sculpting the stone into smooth, rounded forms that look like giant sleeping animals. The rhinoceros symbolizes strength, resilience, and survival, making this formation culturally significant to the local communities who share this land with the real and sadly endangered creature. Finally, we look at a formation so massive it can only be truly appreciated from above. The Snake River, which winds its way across the United States, carves a massive, sinuous curve into the landscape. Its twisting, sinuous path is not just a river, it's a geological marvel that resembles a giant snake slithering across the land. The river's shape was influenced by a dramatic history of tectonic activity, colossal glaciers that carved valleys, and powerful erosion over millions of years. This isn't a single rock, but an entire river system that has taken on an animal form. For many Native American tribes who lived along its banks, the river was not just a source of water, it was a living spirit. They believed it was a great serpent, a powerful being that controlled the flow of water and therefore life itself. These stories connected them deeply to the land, seeing the world not as a collection of resources, but as a living, breathing entity. Scientifically, the Snake River is one of the greatest examples of large-scale natural pattern formation on the planet. It shows how the fundamental laws of physics and geology can create organic, lifelike shapes on a continental scale. These formations remind us that nature does not need intention to create beauty. Time, pressure, water, and chance are enough. Whether explained through the hard lens of science or the rich tapestry of legend, these animal-shaped wonders connect us emotionally to our planet. They teach us humility, a lesson that even stone is temporary, that our world is constantly changing, and that the power of imagination is a truly universal human trait. Thanks for joining us. If you enjoyed exploring these mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to follow our next adventure.